Hey guys, this is May the 26th, 2024, and I'm walking through my woods. I'm walking through my path. I've been working on my little path a little bit that I'm creating in the woods. My last video I was telling you guys about. Hold on. Can y'all hear that sound that sounds like cicadas? Hear that? Okay. That's not cicadas. That's not cicadas. I've been hearing that every time I come outside. And then a lot of times when I look in that direction, it'll stop. I don't think that's the insects. I think that's the energy. I think that's the energy weapons. And another reason I think is because it kind of follows me around. So, hear it? That's not insects. It's not. And it was over here just when I first walked down here. It was over here to my left, and now it's over here around me. So it's following me around, and I don't believe that's insects. I don't believe that's cicadas, y'all. As a matter of fact, I know it's not. It's right over me. It's right there up. It's above me in the trees. See how it'll get louder, and then it'll just fade out, and then it'll come back. That is the energy weapons. That is energy. That's energy weapons. It's way up here high too, so it's coming from the sky. It's energy weapons coming from the sky. And you see how it quits? Every time I call it energy weapons, it stops. It stops and then it'll come back. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit, but I'm gonna stay tuned into that too. Because I've been kind of, when I come down here, I've been kind of noticing it, and I want to kind of stay tuned in to see how it acts. But yeah, this is a path that I create in the woods, and I'm actually going to try to create it all the way around my property, where to come out on the other end. But because I'm trying to get back to nature, and like I said, I want to create some kind of shelter down here, so I can come down here when I need to get out of my house. When I need to get out of my house, I can come down here in the woods. Y'all hear them? I mean, I don't know if y'all hear this on y'all's property or not, but it doesn't act like insects to me. I'm thinking that's the energy weapon. And I do remember that the people, or the victims of the Havana syndrome, I remember them saying that they heard this loud sound, sounded like thousands of cicadas around their hotel room before they started getting hit. So, you know, they're probably hitting me right now. But anyway, what I want to talk about was, I want to say a little bit first about the teeth, because I got a comment this morning from the mechanic, which is one of my friends, a targeted individual, and he said that they were knocking his teeth out of his head. Well, I want to comment on that. I want to talk about that for a few minutes, because there's a lot of this going around, folks, and it's like it's like it's everywhere. And I know I had, let's see, I know I got one friend of the family who lost all his teeth. He said that a couple of years ago his teeth just started falling out of his mouth, and he didn't know why. You know, he went to the dentist. They told him he had gum disease and all this, and he said he took all this medication and stuff, but it didn't help. He said my teeth kept falling out, and then he said my teeth started chipping off, and falling out. And his wife thinks that, she says that it's because he dips that snuff all the time, Now, and that could be part of it, the snuff could be part of it, but I don't think not with all of them falling out as fast as they did. I don't think it's the snuff. So we know that the energy weapons are hitting our mouths. They're hitting our teeth at night. Okay, they're hitting everything at night. They're hitting our whole bodies. I mean, it's not just at night. I mean, they're hitting us like 24/7. But at nighttime, when we're asleep, and we're kind of out of it, that's when they can really, really zero in on us and hold the weapons on us, because we're asleep, right? We don't even know what's going on. So yeah, they can beam the energy weapons inside our mouth, and that's why we're waking up with dry mouths, and that's why our teeth are chipping off and breaking, because we got the nanotechnology in our mouth like we do everywhere else. So they beam the frequencies in our mouth, and nanotechnology reacts to it, and it goes to work, doing what it was programmed to do, which is destroy. The nanobots were created to destroy. Our bodies are full of them. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they would knock our teeth out too, destroy our teeth just like everything else. So, but anyway, and then there are other people. I've had other people tell me that on my channel and then around my neighborhood that are saying that their teeth are falling out. I don't know if this is just a certain time. I don't know if this AI is programmed like globally, to do certain things simultaneously to everybody, or well, I don't know, but it seems like it's all happening. The things that are happening to everyone at the same time. So, like right now, I feel like they're focusing on our teeth, on destroying our teeth, and I've had lots of family members saying their teeth are getting loose. Like their teeth feel like they're getting loose, and they're afraid that they're all going to fall out. Yeah, well, if they're beaming the frequencies in our mouth all night long, then yeah, of course it's going to loosen your teeth, or it's going to make them chip or fall off. And also, everywhere I go, I see people with teeth missing. I know I was at my grandson's ball game a while back, and I bet I saw at least 7 young people walking around with teeth. With their front teeth missing. At least one tooth in the front's missing. And I'm like, what? Are they hitting everybody now? I mean, these are young kids in their late 20s and 30s. They're not old people. And even some of the little kids are some of their teeth are rotting. I've noticed some of their teeth are just rotting out. So it's like they're hitting everybody, young and old. So this is something that we need to be aware of, because a lot of people don't know what's going on. They don't know about the weapons, and if you try to tell them, they don't believe you. So, but we need to try to raise an awareness about this, or everybody's going to be walking around toothless, and sick and in pain all the time, and growing old when they're still young. I mean, we're gonna have to try to raise an awareness about this, folks, because it's getting out of hand. It's getting to the point to where it's a living nightmare. It's just a living nightmare. And also, I wanted to share something else about how they're hitting us at night. There's no doubt about it. These weapons are in the bed with us at night. Because last night, this is another piece of another clue, another indication or proof that these weapons are in the bed with us at night. They are hitting us at night. They are hitting us in the head. They're hitting us in the mouth. They're hitting us in the back. They're hitting us in the neck. They're hitting us in the chest. They're hitting our legs. They're hitting our knees. They're hitting our feet. They're hitting our hands. They're hitting our shoulders. They're hitting our arms. They're hitting our ears. They're hitting every part of our bodies at night. Whatever you're waking up with in the mornings, you can be assured that it's the energy weapons that's caused it. But anyway, last night when I was laying in bed, and I had one of my selenite sticks. I have a lot of selenite sticks or wands that I use to move energy, because selenite will actually move negative energy or blocked energy out of your body. And so I keep I keep a couple of my selenite sticks on my night table at night, in case I start feeling a pain in my body somewhere, and I'll just grab the selenite stick and just stick it like wherever I feel the pain. I put it on wherever I feel the pain, and it will help move that. It'll help move that energy out of that. Where the pain is. It'll help move the energy through there, and the pain will stop once the energy's moved. Once you get the energy moving. That's what selenite does. It moves stuck energy, and it also will absorb negative energy. So I keep about 4 of them on my night table. So last night, when I was laying in my bed, I had my hand up over my mouth, and I could actually feel the vibrations. I could feel the pulses of energy hitting my mouth last night. Now, I already knew they were hitting my mouth, hitting my teeth, but last night I could actually feel it, and it was like every 3 or 4 seconds I could feel another pulse hitting my mouth. And it wasn't hard, but it was hard enough to where I could feel it. And so what I did was I grabbed one of my selenite sticks, and I just kind of put it down in front of my mouth. I laid it on my pillow and put it right next to my mouth, so it would help absorb the energy. And it did help. I mean, it seemed like it helped, because I didn't feel the vibrations when I put the selenite on my pillow. But the next morning, this morning, I found big pieces of my selenite chipped, crumbs of it in the bed where they had hit my selenite. And it just crumbled. They're hitting my selenite sticks now, and they're destroying it. So that's my proof. Okay, that's more evidence that these weapons are in the bed with us. They are hitting us at nighttime in the bed. I have proof, because this selenite is pretty tough. I mean, I drop it all the time, and it never does break. It never cracks or anything. So this had to take a lot of energy to do the damage that it did to my selenite stick. So just saying, that's more evidence that these weapons are in the bed with us at night. When you go to sleep, they start hitting you, and they can hit you anywhere in the body. They can cause extreme pain. They can cause any kind of sickness. They can cause cancer. They can cause heart disease. They can cause heart attacks. They can cause strokes if they hit you in the head. They can cause COPD if they hit you in the chest. They can cause all kinds of sickness and disease. So just wanted to throw that in about the weapons being in the bed with us, because they are definitely there. Okay. And I just want to say to Mr. Mechanic, my friend Mr. Mechanic, that's what I've been doing. I've been brushing with an organic toothpaste that I make myself, and then I always try to put some peroxide in my mouth and hold it in my mouth to make sure that I get all the toxins and nanotechnology out of my mouth every day after I brush my teeth. And then at nighttime, I'm wearing the mouth guards and using the selenite. So I don't know what else to tell people what to do. That's what I'm doing right now. If I find a better way later to protect our teeth, I will let you guys know. But that's what I'm doing right now, and it seems to be helping. So I don't know what else to say about the teeth except it's a living nightmare what they're doing to us. It's hard to believe, especially when you see the little children being hit, and then the young kids too. You think these kids know what's going? They don't know what's going on. They have no clue. And that's the case with most people. They don't know. And the elderly, I see a lot of elderly people being hit every day and every night, and I can't talk to them because they don't believe it, and they wouldn't believe it if you try to talk to them. So you're kind of in a hard place, you know, about how to help them. You really don't know how to help them. Another thing I want to talk about today, and I just ran into one a while ago, is when I go outside, I know at least 3 or 4 times a day when I go outside, I run into spider webs. Okay. I can't see these spider webs. I used to be able to see spider webs before I run into them, but I can't see them anymore. It's like they're invisible. But at least 3 or 4 times a day when I'm outside, I run into a spider web. Okay. The spider webs are everywhere. They are everywhere. The spiders and the spider webs are taking over. And I believe that these spider webs has got something to do with building this web over the body, this new skin. And let me tell you why I think that. It's because I've been paying attention to these spider webs. And when I run into them, they'll stick to my face. And sometimes they'll stick to my arm. And used to you'd be able to see them and pull them off. But now, when they hit my arms, they're like disappear. It's like they vanish into my skin. And I can't find them. It's not, and it's like they're gone. And so I don't know if there's something, in the nanotechnology, that they're spraying on us. If there's something in that absorbs these spider webs when you get them on you. Like when you run into a spider web and it gets in my hair too. I'll run into one and it'll get in my hair and I can't find it, or I can't pull it off. It's gone. It's like my hair absorbs it, and my skin absorbs it. So I'm thinking that the spider webs, the spiders and the spider webs are part of the nanotechnology. I think they're reacting to the nanotechnology, and that our bodies are absorbing the spider webs, and the nanotechnology is playing into that. And that might be, I'm thinking this might be how this web, because that smart skin that gets built over your body, it's like a web that builds over your original skin, and you can't see it. I mean, you don't see it. You can feel it when it's moving, but you don't know what it is. You just feel like, oh, there's something crawling on you, But this web that gets built over our bodies is so subtle. It's so invisible that we don't see it. But it forms over our entire bodies, over our heads, over our scalps, everywhere. And this is the network that's created. Okay, it creates it's part of the network that's connected to the Internet of Things. So yeah, are we connected to the Internet of Things? Yeah, you better believe it. We're connected. We're online. Once the nanotechnology gets inside the body and the frequencies hit you, you're online. You can be controlled by the powers that be. Remotely controlled by the powers that be. So that's what's going on, folks. That's what's happening. That's why I always try to stress how important it is to remove the nanotechnology from the body. Do whatever you have to do to get the nanotechnology out of your body and keep it out. If you let it build up, then you're just going to continue to be controlled by the powers that be, and you're going to be stuck in that matrix, that control system, that matrix control system, and you're not going to be able to escape it. Not unless you get out. Not unless you get out. And the way you get out is you remove the nanotechnology that they have put inside of you. You get it out. Okay? That's pretty much what I want to talk about today, but I wanted to just kind of take in some of the some of the woods here and show y'all some of my, maybe some of my places that I'm talking about putting a shelter. And I'm thinking now I might put more than one out here. Yeah, I may put more than one out here. I may just go deeper into the woods and kind of, space them out inside the woods. So I have some getaway places. But see, I'm hearing the, it stopped. I was hearing the energy again, now it stopped. It stops and it comes back. But anyway, I love it out here in my woods. There's a lot of deer out here. I know there's a lot of deer out here because I've been putting like, little food and stuff out here and they're eating it. There's a lot of deer. There's a lot of squirrel out here. There's a lot of rabbits out here. There's a lot of birds out here. There's a lot of snakes out here. There's a lot of different creatures out here. And that's what I love about it. And I've even seen some coons out here. So, yeah. Getting back to nature. Now, I realize that most people are not going to be able to do this. Most people are not going to be able to just build something in their woods where they can come out here and sleep. But I can do it. Because actually, I grew up in the woods and I grew up camping. I know how to, do most of the survival stuff. And a lot of people don't know, or most people don't know how to do that, and they don't want to do that. And a lot of people cannot sleep outdoors when there's no air conditioning. I realized that. Early on, that a lot of people just can't do it. But I can do it. I'm doing it right now, and my house, my air conditioning is turned off. Matter of fact, 80% of my power is turned off in my house. So I'm doing it now inside. Now I know if I can do it inside, I can do it outside. So even as hot as it is, and it has been hot. Especially at nighttime, it gets really hot around here. So, see, the katydids are gone now, or the whatever that was. I still think that's something that's coming from the sky. I believe it might be coming from a drone, or I don't know, but I hear the birds singing now. And a lot of times I'll come out here just to hear the birds singing. Sometimes the birds, when they get going, they can make the prettiest music you've ever heard. So, I hope this will encourage people to get out in nature, to go walk in the woods, observe the animals, observe the birds, observe the trees, acknowledge the trees, go to the creek, swim in the water, put your feet in the sand, go to the ocean. This is what I'm wanting to do. I'm really feeling the urge to do this, to get back to nature. This is not something that I came up with. This is something that I'm getting from God. I know this is something God wants me to do. And so I asked him this morning, I said, just show me what you want, God. Show me what you want me to do and give me the resources to do it, and I'll do it. So that's what I prayed this morning, and so I'm going to stay open to that, open for suggestions and guidance from God from that. So yeah, that's what's going on with me, folks. I hope this helps somebody. I love you guys.